A scheduled rehearsal. A simple scene. Two top-tier actors, Chae Soo-bin and Yoo Yeon-seok, rehearsing lines under the soft glow of stage lights. But what happened next was something no one expected, not the director, not the staff, and least of all, Chae Soo-bin herself, according to an exclusive insider report obtained from a member of the production team. What transpired that afternoon wasn't in the script, and it wasn't an accident, either. It was a moment of quiet rebellion, a break from routine, a whisper of truth behind the carefully rehearsed lines, an unspeakable silence before the storm. The set was unusually quiet that day. Some staff even described the atmosphere as unnervingly still. Yoo Yeon-seok, known for his professionalism and quiet intensity, had arrived earlier than scheduled. He didn't speak much, just watched, observed. His gaze, they said, lingered a moment too long on Chae Soo-bin during the table read. What followed, however, was not something anyone had seen coming. As the director called action, the two began to deliver their lines. It was a confrontation scene, emotionally charged, filled with bitterness and unresolved tension. But right before the climactic line, Yoo Yeon-seok paused, not dramatically, not theatrically, but genuinely. Then, he reached out, one gesture, infinite meaning. With his co-star visibly caught off guard, Yoo Yeon-seok gently tucked a loose strand of hair behind Chae Soo-bin's ear. It was slow, deliberate, tender. The cameras were still rolling, but time, it seemed, had stopped. The entire crew froze. The script called for conflict. His character was supposed to walk away in anger, but instead, he closed the distance. Chae Soo-bin didn't move. Her eyes flickered with something unspoken, shock, maybe, or something even deeper. The director didn't yell, cut. No one dared interrupt what felt like an unscripted miracle. Was it acting, or something more? Moments later, the director called a halt, but not before murmurs began spreading like wildfire. That wasn't in the script. Did you see his hand? She didn't flinch. They looked like they forgot the cameras were even there. One assistant cameraman claimed he had goosebumps. A stylist in the back reportedly dropped her clipboard. I've worked on over 40 sets, she whispered later, and I've never seen that before. That wasn't acting, that was real. The moment was preserved on video. But what made the moment unforgettable was not the footage, it was the silence that followed. The air had changed, and so had everything else. A rule was broken, but for the right reason. A few hours after the scene, Chae Soo-bin was seen quietly smiling to herself, seated in a corner of the makeup room. When asked about the take, she reportedly said, I didn't know he was going to do that, but I didn't want him to stop. Yoo Yeon-seok, when questioned in a later press conference, gave a cryptic answer. Sometimes, when the moment feels real, you follow it, even if it breaks the rules. That rule-breaking moment has since become the most talked about scene in pre-release teasers. Netizens are dissecting every frame. Fandoms are exploding with theories. Some say the chemistry is too strong to be acting. Others are convinced something must be going on behind the scenes. The production team, however, remains silent, except for one unnamed staffer who confessed, I've never seen a man look at a woman like that, with such care, such vulnerability, and such quiet defiance. It felt like a secret being told out loud. One move, countless consequences. Since then, the clip has leaked unofficially online, racking up millions of views in under 48 hours. Fans from around the world are flooding social media with slowed-down versions, lip-reading attempts, and even body language analyses. One post on X, formerly Twitter, reads, he didn't just break the rules. He broke every girl's heart, in the best way possible. And yet, neither actor has issued a formal statement. They don't need to, because sometimes, just one gesture says more than 1,000 lines of dialogue. Yoo Yeon-seok didn't just break character. He broke the boundaries of fiction. And in doing so, he created a moment that will linger long after the cameras stop rolling.